I wonder if Biggie heard any of that. Old people talking about old stuff.
We were talking about old stuff.
Man, it was old stuff.
Sometimes I have a sense.
You ain't got no
Through the years, I know sometimes I'll be like, I'm going to pop my door open. And sometimes I can just hear, especially when I hear Dave hemming and hawing, where he kind of gets this accent. Now you listen. And I'm like, I ain't going to open my door for this because this is going to be.
Yeah, we noticed you kept it solidly shut.
Yeah, didn't even inch towards it.
We were talking about better times.
Yeah.
Old times. Simple
Old
times.
Old times.
Simpler times.
Interesting thing came out of it, though. We were talking about blackboards and...
Well, we use these whiteboards in here, these little individual whiteboards, which are fine. You know, we use them for the match game that we play when we do. And they're convenient, and they work nicely. But I was like, I miss chalkboards.
Yeah.
The chalkboards is what we all grew up with.
Well, now,
maybe Biggie.
You said you couldn't buy a chalkboard anymore, but
I can't. You can't.
But now I do see at restaurants sometimes there'll be
That's where the menus go
written on, and like little art will be on there too, on a chalkboard
or a sign out front like beer specials.
Yeah. A lot of those sometimes aren't chalkboards though. They use that those paint sticks, and they're shinier, they're prettier. But there are some chalkboards like that. But I mean, like an individual or something you hung on a wall. I guess you can maybe order them online. I've never looked.
Biggie says,
I'm going to tell you, like my nieces love sidewalk chalk.
Yes.
And what seems to be big now is putting like part of a kid's room.
And chalk, the whole wall is chalk. That's true. That's
because
right.
it almost prevents them from
That's true.
doing something else on the wall.
Can your nieces have that?
They have no. They might. My sisters talked about it in their new house.
There's one wall that's an accent wall that it's like either like a dark green or black, and it's chalkboard. The paint is made that chalk goes on it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
She's talked about that in their playroom because they love drawing, doing anything, and she's like anything to prevent something on the other walls.
Do it.
I'm for.
So here was this is what we came up with. When Chris Demm was in grade school, the blackboards were black. They were black boards. White chalk, and you had clap erasers and all those things.
And you had to clean the boards about once a week with a fluid.
See, and that was the stuff we had was like oily. It was oily. Like you sprayed it on, it's like Pledge or something. And if you sprayed too much, the fumes were bad.
It was probably very.
Oh,
I bet it was poisonous as hell.
Without a doubt.
And we wanted to do it. I wanted to go do that anyway because it made the board all clean. I sure did. I wanted to clean it for Miss Benson.
What you call him, bootlicker?
He did. I'm used to it, Dave. It's fine.
Well, I'm
used to it.
I want to clean the chalkboard.
Can I clean your board, Miss Benson?
Teacher's bed.
Miss Benson was. She's the only one that ever paddled me. She struck me
high on the fumes.
Yeah, Miss Benson was one that struck me during comb fight of '83. But I digress.
Neither here nor there.
Right. By the time Dave and I were in school, we're younger than Christian by a lot. And by the time we got into school,
well put.
The blackboards were green.
That's right.
But they still called them blackboards.
They did.
There's a dark green color with yellow chalk, mostly.
It was confusing sometimes because the teacher said, I'm going to the blackboard. And I said, clearly, that's a green board.
And then sometimes they just call them the board, like come up to the board. And
That's right.
But then we changed to whiteboards, and now it's dry erase markers and whiteboards. So you have the blackboard and the whiteboard, but green board was never a thing. Never a word.
Never took off. I don't even know why they did it. I wonder if it's cheaper than the blackboard or why they did it.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. But you could see yellow chalk on there pretty well, but I don't think I've ever had a blackboard.
And then we began to Biggie. You missed all this and so much more. But we also said because Chris Kelly has reached out to local university, and we said, how will you instruct young minds?
Well, now there are
through what medium?
I'd choose an old-fashioned blackboard.
I mean, they take you on a tour of your classroom and say, "Here you go. Here's your smart board. Here's your wand."
Oh yeah, it's called smart boards now.
No idea how.
Oh my God, you would be so likely to be the guy to show porn
by accident.
Well, without a doubt.
Now use your own laptop.
Yeah. And I'd be the one. I'd be the only one, but I'd go to the school to defend you because I'd be like, look, I work with him every day. He really doesn't know what he's doing.
He's utterly incompetent, but probably not a pervert.
Yeah. Right.
I know you guys hear this all the time when somebody does something like I didn't know, but he really doesn't know what he's doing.
He's that not bright. He's that dumb.
You should see the geriatric he works with. He can't figure out how to capitalize things.
This is true. All of that is
true.
It. That's right.
Has there been, Kelly, any movement between you and university?
No, honestly, I think I could have the job if I wanted it. I wrote to the lady in charge, the head of the department. I said, I know the position's coming up. I'm honestly not sure I can do it. It's teaching broadcasting. So, I mean, look what we do here. And
you have to learn it.
Right. And she wrote back and said, oh, this is so great. I really want you to do it. The position is, you can make of it what you want. We have some incredible students and all of that. But then she goes, but here's where I lose people. The salary is ... and it's state mandated. I can do nothing about it. And I looked at it and thought, man, it's a lot of time for not a whole lot of money.
I'd ask for a parking space and do it. Kelly, I think you should.
Do you?
I mean, I think you should. I mean, look at this room. This is not going to last forever.
Well, no, but
I mean, look to your left.
Well, I see.
Look to your further your left.
I see.
You think they're going to be around much longer?
No.
I mean, I'll be here, and I'm not going to do it without these two.
I know. It's just that the thing is, it's not. I couldn't live on that. I'd have to get another job. I mean, it's not.
You've got this job. You can do it on the side. Can't you do it on the side? Yeah. Well, that's the idea.
But my pickling, my gym.
This is good, but this will be there even later. And the longer you get, what is it they get, Chris? Tenure after a while.
I'm not sure he'd be on the tenure track, Dave.
Okay. Well, but you
never know. But you'd have to be a full professor, right?
Yeah, you're not tenure. But I do want to throw this out.
Wow.
It's okay, Dave. I'm used to it. I'm used to the way
Biggie
they
was
do
in
it.
college?
Yes, I'm used to this.
Let me just say this, too. Is your wife listening? Because she'll hunt me down.
I doubt it at this point.
Okay, good. We remember how well she took to teaching at first. What the?
Well, yeah.
People want me to do it. She didn't do laundry for a year.
It's hard. We've never really recovered.
Yeah, it was a big adjustment. There's still a pile.
Yeah, she's fine about golf. She's almost caught up.
Still chipping through it.
You're right. It's a hard job.
But think of all the minds that you'll be. I mean, they'll love it. You'll have a place, and this is someplace it's not far from your house, really.
Not far from here.
They may name a street after you or a Pop-Tart store or something.
Man, Chris Kelly Way.
Yeah,
wouldn't that be amazing?
Man.
Chris Kelly Way.
You cut the ribbon?
I cut the ribbon for that thing.
All the arrests that would happen there. Yeah, it was found pantsless on Chris Kelly Way. Pleasured himself.
Look at all the drunks out on Chris Kelly Way.
Where was he? He's over on Chris Kelly Way. Yeah.
That's where all the bad stuff. It's really more of an alley.
Yeah.
That's where we'll find Demm wandering.
Yeah.
Yeah, this old man over wandering on Chris Kelly Way. I used to know him. All right.
Sure you did.
Watch your
get you
head.
back in the home.
Watch your head. Let's get him back here. Yeah, I'm afraid of that, but I'm still considering.
Mm-hmm. Has your wife gone pro-con, or she's leaving it up to you?
She's pro. She thinks...
really?
Well, I said, because they put in the email, you could do so much for these students.
Yeah.
And my wife said, God, I hadn't even thought of that. And Biggie's making a face like, I didn't...
It's a stretch.
I think of all the time off you get.
Well,
there's still this job.
There's this job to do,
job's
too.
every day.
I know, but it's not like you have to do that every day. You get a month of December. You get some summer possibly.
Summer off, yeah.
You get a fall break in there, spring break.
Well, you're right, but there's still, I mean, it's a lot of classes. You
got to prepare.
You got to prepare each class.
Yeah. If you do it one semester, you just do it over and over. It's the same
I'm not
thing.
sure. I think you'd have a hard time dealing with all the emailed excuses from today's student body.
Agreed. And probably staff meetings and stuff like that. You have to, office hours.
And I think you might
office
have
romances.
Office romance.
And the way things are, you might have remote learning.
Oh,
you might
God.
have to do,
in a mask.
Exactly, on Zoom. Part of you's on Zoom, but there's 6 kids in the class. I mean.
Oh, and when I turn off, that's another thing. What about when I turn off my Zoom, but it's still accidentally on?
Oh, man.
You know how
Here you are tubing.
Yeah. There. All of a sudden, I'm tubing. That guy.
See that one girl? Damn. I'm still here.
I wanted to stay after class, Mr. Kelly.
Oh,
you told me to clap erasers?
Sorry.
And they're 18.
Yeah.
You do?
Unless we got a Doogie Howser situation here.
I'm still here.
I can't hear. She's on mute. I mean, my God, it would be horrible. It'd be horrible.